Fox 61 News at 6 starts now.
A weather watch alert tonight. Slick roads for the evening commute. Good evening. Thanks for joining us here at the news at 6 on this Monday. I'm Ben Goldman.
And I'm Jen Bernstein. A messy mix across the state. Some areas seeing just rain, but in some places that turned into snow. This was the scene in Waterbury this afternoon.
Taking a look at the radar right now, you can see that rain and snow are moving all across Connecticut. And now all eyes are on the roads and what we can expect throughout the night.
We have live team coverage tonight tracking the conditions outside. But first, we do want to check in with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank with a look at the timing of when this could stop. Rachel.
I would say the snow will be coming to an end within the next hour or so, but I have to say I think the impacts will still be felt after the snow moves out because temperatures will be dropping below freezing. A lot of moisture from the skies falling out there today in the form of snow or rain, and with temperatures below freezing again, that could spell black ice trouble. So just make sure that before you go to bed on your front steps, maybe you throw down some salt. I don't think you would regret that tomorrow morning. There's the back edge of it moving through western Connecticut right now, so we're already starting to see things dry out there, but it's still snowing in the Hartford area, though much lighter than it was earlier today when it looked like a snow globe. We've got some heavy snow right now still coming down in Wallingford, in Hamden, across a lot of New Haven County. But again, it's done for Warren. It's done for Torrington. Other than a few leftover flurries, it's over, and we still have some snow right now, and it's snowing at a pretty good clip in a lot of eastern Connecticut as well. So give it another hour or so if you haven't seen the snow come to an end just yet, but it's on the way out of here. And as one storm exits, another one moves in, but the next one won't get here until Wednesday. So we've got a little bit of time for a breather. Temperatures right now are in the 30s, overnight lows in the 20s, and tomorrow we're looking at high temperatures climbing up around 40 degrees with plenty of sunshine. We'll talk about round two, full forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Rachel. A pretty slick ride home for school for kids all across Connecticut, and some in Northwest Hills got a snow day today.
Yeah, the snow is certainly sticking to some areas out there. Fox 61 Samaya Hernandez live in Winstead with the precautions that you're being asked to take. Hey, Samaya.
Well, Jen and Ben, it's perfect snow for a snowball fight with a grumpy photographer, that's for sure. But what this snow does is it makes it difficult for the roads, as you mentioned. And when I caught up with authorities, they told me that these crashes have one factor in common: speed.
If I was a kid, I'd be happy I was in the school.
There are those born for snow, like Mike Coleman.
I don't mind the snow. I'm born and raised around here.
Living in Connecticut's Northwest Hills means you typically see several dumpings of a foot or more a season. That hasn't happened yet, but plows are out in full force Monday in Norfolk, where they struggled all day to keep up with snow falling on slick roads.
We've had a number of accidents recently, some snow related, some not, but all speed related. So I would just suggest that people take their time, especially if they're driving through this neck of the woods.
Slow down. That is the message from emergency responders who say recent crashes could have been prevented if people just drove more slowly. A mild storm means municipal salt and sand budgets are far from stretched this year. It also means local crews aren't as busy as they're used to being.
The plow drivers aren't getting the overtime that they are hoping for. So little storms like this will help everybody.
School may be canceled, but work isn't. Jenna Brown is happy daycare is open so she can still come to work at the post office.
Today was an appropriate snow day. Not have school. Sometimes that's not the case, but the roads are not good right now, especially the side roads.
What's considered a little storm in Norfolk is massive comparatively. This is one of few places where snow is even sticking on Monday, and Mr. Coleman welcomes that.
I'm an ice fisherman, which has not been conducive to weather to ice fishing this year. You know what I'm saying?
And those plows have been out on the road since 5 o'clock this morning, so it's not really an overtime day for them, but it is a full day nonetheless. In Winston, Samaya Hernandez, Fox 61 News.
All right, Samaya, thank you very much. Well, new tonight, a man killed in a crash involving a tractor trailer on I-84 in Tolland. It happened right around exit 69, around 1:15 this afternoon. The driver of Mercedes lost control of his car and became stuck under and behind the tractor trailer. The driver of the Mercedes was taken to the hospital where he later died. The tractor-trailer driver was not injured. The Tallinn Police Department say that they responded to a total of 12 crashes today in that town alone. The Wintry mix causing a pretty slick commute. A warning to drivers that there are a number of traffic backups in other towns like Guilford, Thomaston, and Woodstock. You can track the crashes on the free Fox 61 News app.
Well, another Connecticut nursing home has been found to be in violation of serious health and safety standards. The Department of Health issued an immediate jeopardy order to Newtown Rehab and Healthcare. Fox 61's Matt Karen investigated what we know about the findings, the company that runs the home, and what comes next.
Well, an order of immediate jeopardy means that state inspectors found something so bad it presents a risk of serious injury or death. Newtown Rehab is operated by Athena Healthcare, and a warning that a portion of the video we're about to show you may be disturbing to some viewers. When Paula Lopez went to visit her father Herman at Newtown Rehab on Christmas morning, this is what she found: a trail of urine.
My father has been a very proud man, very clean, very well kept. To find my father in a puddle of urine, sitting in a wheelchair, he was in a Johnny cold, his socks were soaking wet, inhumane conditions that we found him, that it brought my mom into tears.
Herman, like so many other nursing home residents, has Alzheimer's and dementia, unable to advocate for his own needs.
We're very active with my father's care, and we're very present. So imagine the people that don't have family that goes to visit these people that have Alzheimer's and dementia. What type of care are they getting?
Connecticut long-term care ombudsman Mairead Painter says complaints on the Newtown facility center around a lack of staff to care for individualized needs.
It's currently 3 hours a day of hands-on care per resident. And if they're not meeting that threshold, that we really don't feel that they should be bringing other individuals into the home.
Athena Healthcare has voluntarily stopped accepting new admissions and is working to implement a corrective action plan. But complaints on Athena go beyond the Newtown facility. The company operates 21 homes, caring for more than 2,500 residents, 130 of whom are in Newtown. The company is facing several lawsuits accused of wrongful death, failing to pay temporary workers, and failing to pay employee health benefits. In a statement, Athena responded to Fox 61, quote, "We have come to agreements with the temporary staffing agencies to resolve past due amounts and have worked diligently on rebuilding our workforce." Going on to say, quote, "We are confident that we are on the continued path of high-quality care." Now, the state has since lifted their immediate jeopardy decree. Athena has 23 days to come into complete compliance, or they could risk losing their Medicare and Medicaid funding. Reporting in Newtown, Matt Karen, Fox 61 News.
All right, Matt, thank you. Well, 5 people were injured, including 4 firefighters in a 3-alarm house fire in Meriden on Saturday. Fox 61 did obtain a 911 call made by a witness who lived near the 3-story home that was ablaze.
They're trying to kick down the house door now to see if people are coming out.
I don't want it.
It looks like there's people coming out now. There's people coming out now. Looks like 2 kids, 2 young kids.
Okay, we have the fire department.
But I think there might be people still in the house.
Okay, well, like I said, we have the fire department on the way. We'll let them know.
Fire department's on his way.
The fire broke out at a 3-story home on the corner of Broad Street and Bunker Avenue. One man was found on the 3rd floor and was rescued. 4 firefighters were sent to the hospital for burns and smoke inhalation. They were released and are now recovering.
Crews responding to a rollover crash on Route 69 in Burlington this morning. The crash happened in the area of Milford Street around 10 a.m. Near Session Woods. We're told no injuries were reported. No word yet on what caused that crash. To Plymouth now, where police have made an arrest in an underground gambling house. Police say Andrew Stern was operating the facility under the name The Clubhouse. They say while he was in jail on an unrelated charge, his brother David Stern also ran the house. However, police believe that Andrew Stern still had control of the house while he was behind bars. David Stern was charged back in August. 2 others, Christopher Torville and Jessica Benedict, were previously charged for their roles at the clubhouse back in May.
Well, tonight, the investigation continues into dozens of catalytic converters that were stolen from 2 school bus yards in East Hartford. This comes 2 weeks after Torrington Public Schools were delayed after a similar incident. Fox 61's Angelo Bavaro breaks down the latest information from police and shares tips to keep your property safe.
We are talking about a very brazen crime here. East Hartford police telling us that more than 30 catalytic converters were reported stolen over the weekend. Between these 2 locations, one of those sites right here behind me, this is the First Student Yard on Alma Lane, and that other location is Autumn Transportation on Oakland Avenue.
There's 3 very valuable metals in the catalytic converters which people are going after.
I wish they would just stop and leave us all alone. I mean, really, everybody's getting hit by it personally. Private vehicles, businesses.
The regional manager for Autumn Transportation tells us 26 catalytic converters were stolen from their lot. They discovered those parts were stolen when they got in this morning, but they're still not sure exactly when they were snatched over the weekend, and the site does not have surveillance cameras. The buses in this lot service Creek schools, and the good news is that no impacts to bus service are expected.
I'm going to let them borrow buses from other yards that we have throughout the, Hartford area.
East Hartford police using this incident as a reminder for other bus companies.
Surveillance and security are 2 big things, so any type of surveillance systems or cameras that can be put out on the premises would obviously help, as well as a secure area to keep the buses.
Police say no arrests have been made, and detectives are currently going through video surveillance and other evidence. Reporting in East Hartford, I'm Angelo Bavaro, Fox 61 News.
Well, new here tonight, Governor Ned Lamont unveiling his legislative proposals to combat gun violence here in Connecticut. The proposals include funding for intervention programs and banning the open carrying of firearms in public. Fox 61's Emma Wolfhurst will have a full breakdown of the new proposals coming up on the news at 6:30.
Senator Richard Blumenthal is back in Connecticut tonight after meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in Kiev. This as we approach the 1-year anniversary of the war between Russia and Ukraine. Senator Blumenthal is now urging for more funding to provide Ukraine with tanks, longer-range artillery, and other aid.
Ukraine can and will win this fight if it has the arms, the artillery, the air defense that it needs.
Meanwhile, the Pentagon argues sending tanks would be a bad fit for the Ukrainian military.
Still more to come here on the